Okay, welcome back to this book in the Bible called Numbers. And this week I want to talk about two areas. One is Moses had sent 12 spies from the desert across the Jordan into the promised land that God had promised them. And they searched out and eventually they came back, and 10 of the 12 spies, names we never hear from again, they said, yes, it's plentiful. Look at these grapes, look at the fruit, look at the vegetables, look at everything. But the armies or the people there are ferocious, they're well organised, they're like giants. And they just said, we can't go and conquer this. But two, Joshua and Caleb, who we do hear from again, they come back. And this is all in chapters 13 and 14. And they say, yes, it is ferocious. They are big. Look at the fruit and everything. But with God, we are more than capable to take this country. And because these 10 out of the 12 were negative and talked down, virtually the whole 2 million odd of the people all become discouraged. And eventually God wouldn't allow any of them to go into the promised land until their sons and daughters had grown up. And they were the ones that went in. And Joshua and Caleb were the ones that took them in. So be on the lookout in your business for people who are negative, who always think from the bottom of the pile. I had a pastor once say, I'm either up or I'm getting up. So don't stay down. It's easy to say I'm okay under the circumstances. What are you doing under the circumstances? We're always going to have bad circumstances. We're always going to have attacks. We're always going to have criticism. And in chapter 12, there was a lot of criticism and confrontation. And that's normal for a leader, and that's normal for an owner of a business. And it can be external and it can be internal, but you've got to learn to manage that and deal with it and work with those that are with the vision, that want to go forward, that are supportive of you. And then eventually towards the end of the chapter or the book, in chapter 22, verses 18 to 23, we see that Joshua succeeds Moses as a leader. You see, Moses was more compliant and more patient, I guess, in many cases, and he was just a nice leader. But he wasn't the man that's going to take this nation into a ferocious country. And Joshua was appointed by God because Joshua was a military leader and he was in your face. He said, we're going to get this done and we're going to be able to do these things. So sometimes we've got to bring people in that have far greater expertise and experience than we've done or had, and they're going to take us forward. If we don't, we're only going to manage up to the level of our expertise. And I learnt this working in an advertising agency and Gloria Jean's Coffees, that if I hired better people than me, they were able to take this organisation to a greater level. Don't be fearful of those. Bring them in. They may come in as managers. You might even move your role up to a different role and make them a CEO or managing director. Whatever it is, be willing to make the changes to be able to go forward. Thank you.